abuse happen. I'm saying in terms of money being involved, a lot of times we act like these situations is like money. Even when you look at the marriage, when a lot of them when they say that a divorce rate is because of infidelity and all of that, and then the second one is like financial. Where's the abuse in that? Because all of that stuff involves money, whether it's child support, alimony, whatever it is. That's all money. That have nothing to do with abuse. Like that's all. Like you taking money from such like where's you talking about a different. Like I don't think abuse is the key factor here. It's all we're asking, if somebody take money out of your account, right? It doesn't have to be abuse. You can say but like, how does abuse lead you to like taking somebody money, like stealing, going to behind somebody taking their money? Explain that to me.
It was an example that I gave. The example of that I gave.
So
of
I got abused. I need to go get the money.
She needs to get out of her situation.
So therefore, you take the money.
And that's the only source of income that she has. And so therefore she's taking and saving little by little so that she can plan her exit and leave.
If you're doing little by little and saving this, why not try to get out, find a way to get out the abusive situation? Why does it have to be money? Because
otherwise she could be in the streets. And then money buys food for you to eat and live. So money is in if she doesn't have money to her name.
Are we talking about do they have kids?
I don't know about if they have kids or not. I didn't.
Because in one of the scenarios you mentioned that so if she doesn't have any kids, right? So these are married couples, right?
Yeah, I mean in the situation that you gave, they're married, right?
All right. Okay. So why do you need to take your money to exit? Go get a job. You have a family member. Like if you're being abused, I think your health and your life matters the most at that point. Instead of thinking about taking money little by little to exit, I think you need to seek help or call the police. Like meaning help against.
I've never been in an abusive relationship. I cannot speak for anyone who's been in an abusive relationship to say that it's easy. Like okay, don't forget about you don't need money. You don't need anything. Just walk out of the door and never come back, and then figure out how to start finding work to feed yourself while you have nowhere to stay because you're life. Broke.
It happens all the time. People go ups and down. People go completely flat and find their way up. We acting like that's the only way you can get out of your situation. I'm saying if you're standing there to collect money. During that time, you're still getting abused if it's an abusive relationship, right? So let's say by the time you make an exit plan, he beat you to death. I think the number one thing in that situation, if it's abuse, you should either call the police, reach out to your family, right? And I'm not saying you can just get up and do that because it takes time. Like some people are still in love with their partner. Some people don't know what to do. Some people are being controlled by the abuser, right? Well, they have full control over them, right? I understand all of that. But I'm just saying, if within the mix of all of that, you say, I'm going to go and sneak money here. I think what you need to do is sneak your safety little by little until you make the exit plan, not the money.
So the idea of...
Then you can pursue him. If you want to go and sue him for the damage, go ahead and do that.
So the idea of women being afraid to leave or being unable to leave or stuck to leave a relationship because of finances is completely
Wait, what do you mean?
A fairy tale.
What do you mean?
Like the idea that some women find it hard or cannot leave their relationship because they have nothing to their name, right? That idea is a fairy tale. Does not exist.
Who said it was a fairy tale? Like, can we look up the number? What's the percentage of that?
Look it up. We can.
Okay, here.
I don't know what it is. No, I'm not.
Okay, open your phone. Like, come on now, bro. We're talking about abuse. Like, you can literally go and pursue.
Well, all I'm saying, you asked a question. I said, depending on what their intention is, I have the right to answer the question and say, if she's stealing just to steal, I agree with what you say. If she's stealing because she's in a situation or a position where she feels like she has no other resources because her relationship has put her in a corner where she doesn't have any money. She doesn't have the only income or the only money that she has is this joint account. And she, for whatever reason, feels the need that she needs to save some for herself so that she can leave or whatever the case may be, then I'm not going to demonize her for doing what she feels like she needs to do in that situation. So I have the right to kind of answer the question.
No, you do.
My answer is, depending on what the intention is I have a certain opinion.
No, I'm not disagreeing with the opinion, right? I'm not disagreeing with the opinion. I'm saying, right, like, if, and I mentioned, I'm like, yo, sometimes, like, they're still in love with their partner. Sometimes they don't know how to get out of the situation. Sometimes the men is manipulating them or controlling them based on whatever like, if the guy's rich, we even mentioned this in a Cassie situation, like, if you're relying on if she was relying on Diddy and that was happening, like, pretty much, like, she kind of gave up certain things to be with him, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I say, for that reason, I understand that, okay, like, you done lost a lot of time to do certain things or whatever, because I think in Diddy didn't want her to do anything. I think he just wanted her to be his whatever slaves, like, which is wrong completely. I'm just saying, right, like, I'm not saying, like, I just said that if you get yourself out of that situation safely, go ahead and you can go to court and charge that man, for all the damage that he has done to you, and to be repaid. I'm saying, if you're in that situation and you say, I'm gonna sneak money here, and then what if you don't make it out? What if you don't make it? Because that video with Cassie, it could have gotten worse. I'm saying, I think safety come first. But, like, we going completely off topic, because I was just saying, like, is it considered robbery or not? If somebody's sneaking money out your bank account, and then you just took give me 3 different scenarios: infidelity, abuse.
I didn't take a turn. My response is, if it's robbery, if she has her only intention is to steal money from him, there's no actual need from her aspect because of the fact that she's trying to get in a situation. Sure, I would say that, like, I wouldn't call it robbery is what I said, but I would say that it's wrong for her to do.
Yeah, I don't call it robbery either. I just thought it was wrong.
I would say it's wrong for her to do. If she needed to do it because she's in a particular situation that she has to get out of, then I don't think necessarily it's wrong for her to do. That's my answer.
Is there a difference between robbery and stealing?
I don't think it's stealing or robbery. Robbery and stealing I think it's the same thing. I don't know. I think it's...
So two, they don't get along. Okay, let's just say they're in a situation where, what was the other scenario? You had like 3. What was the other one? Financially insecure? I was giving a description, and then I described one scenario with one woman who I was just giving terms of a position that one woman can be in, and then I gave one scenario. A woman that, like, for example, if she's in an abusive relationship, she's working she's no longer working because of whatever the relationship is. She has to be a stay-at-home mom, or or stay at home. She doesn't have another source of income. Her only income is their joint account that they have. And she's in an abusive relationship. She feels that she needs to do what she needs to do in order to get out of that relationship. She has no money or nickel dime to her name, and she fully depends on this man. So in that particular case, like, I don't think it's necessarily, I wouldn't demonize her for... No. I mean, so I'm trying to understand the situation. So if she's relying on the guy, right? And so is the guy not provided for? Like, what's the issue here? Like, let's say you're relying on him. You saying she doesn't have any money to her name, meaning, like, the guy doesn't give her money?
No, they have a joint account. She doesn't work. She hasn't worked in years. She's in a situation that she needs to get out of.
What's the situation?
She's in an abusive situation that she needs to get out of.
So the guy's beating her.
The guy's beating her, emotional, abusive, she's in a situation that she needs to get out of. And therefore, she feels that she needs to save money and ultimately accumulate some money to then be able to get out of the situation, get out of that relationship.
So the money is the one that so the money is gonna get you out of that situation, or maybe if you try to, like, get the authority involved. I'm not saying it's easy to do it, but I'm saying if
there's several ways I've never been abused. I'm pretty sure there's a million ways of what one can do. However, I'm saying there are women out there who feel like they have to stay in a particular relationship because they have nothing else to their name and they cannot survive without the man because they've given full dependency to the man.
I agree.
For years and years and years. And therefore they don't have a savings, they don't have retirement money, they don't have anything. Everything that everything that they have is what the man has brought into brings into the household, and that's how he's constructed it. And so you're put in a position like if you wanted to leave, like if she wanted to leave, she wouldn't be able to do so.
Let's make this clear. If you say you're going to take care of somebody and then you say you're going to be fully responsible for them, that's your job. I'm not disagreeing with that. I think where the disagreement my disagreement is your focus shouldn't be the money at that time. If your life is in danger, your focus should be how to get the fuck out of there. And then when you get out of there, you get the authority involved, you come for the guy, and so you can get paid for all the things he have done, the damage and all of that. Go recoup that money. Because if that man, if he's being abusive, and let's say you've been taking money and he finds out, and that man end up doing something worse than what we're than just abuse, and then where's your way out? I think safety and authority should be your first way out.
I'm not disagreeing which way out should be one way or another. The only thing I'm saying, I do not demonize her for doing what she needed to do with the money. She can call the cops. She can do. All I'm saying is I do not demonize her for feeling like she needs to save money so that she can then go and start her life over.
The reason why I'm saying that, a lot of time, because even the Cassie situation, that's why a lot of people was doubting her situation because of the money. It was a civil case, not a criminal case, right? So, like, I'm saying, like, sometimes the optics doesn't look good when money's involved.
Yeah, and
So, okay, so what? Like, how can you know somebody's true intention when they say, "Yo, I was trying to save little by little and make my way out"? People are gonna be like, "Wait, you wasn't trying to get closer to the authority little by little to make sure you get to safety first, and then if you want to come at him and a civil suit against the guy to recoup that all the damages so you can get back on your feet." I think that make the most logical sense because the longer you stay there, the longer your life is your life is on the line, especially if it's a bad abusive relationship, because any day now that man can kill you. So I think I would, if I have a daughter, I would tell her, try to find your way to get out of that situation safely first, safe and sound, then go at him for all the damage he has done. And if that even means cleaning his pocket, go ahead. But I'm not going to say keep working little and keep taking money. No. I think try to find a way little by little. It's going to take time. It's not easy. Try to get the police involved. Try to get somebody where they can help you get out of the situation so you can get to safety first.
I'm not disagreeing with that. So that wasn't.
No, I'm not saying you're disagreeing with it, but you're saying that the money, you kept saying get the money. I'm saying
no, I didn't say get the money. I said I'm not demonizing her for doing that. That's all I'm saying. The question is, what is my opinion if someone does something like that?
If you do that,
I'm not demonizing.
To me, if you do that, if you're over there saying I'm gonna save money by, I'm gonna demonize it because I'm gonna look at it like money over safety. That's how I'm looking at it.
There are people who they're not getting beaten to death. You don't have to get beaten to death to feel like you need to get out of a situation.
No, what do you mean?
Like you don't have to. You like. I think there's also like.
So you said emotional abuse is physical abuse is, emotional abuse is physical abuse is worse than emotional abuse.
I didn't say any of that.
No, I'm asking you, like, because if it's we're talking about the two here now, because not beaten to death. What the other abuse is probably emotional.
You can be in a situation that you feel like you need to get out of, without feeling like I was close to death last night. Like it's relative to the person. Some people, not a finger has to be laid on you. Other people, you were almost last night I barely survived for you to feel like I really need to get out of the situation. Whatever that means for you, whatever something means for a victim. I'm not one to tell a victim what's better, what's not, what's like.
But victim lies though.
Whatever. When I say victim, I'm not talking about the lying victims. I'm talking about the actual victims. All I'm saying is if someone feels, I hope you guys enjoyed that clip. If you want to watch the full video, click below and don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you guys like, comment, and share.